Assalamualaikum and hi to all our viewers. We are trying to S124 and S15 will be presenting as model for our video bio 320 video presentation to be prepared for Medium 1 Luar Daya 21 Our group members are Diana Putri Ainira, Nur Aina Atira, Munir Safia, Nur Adlina Nalira, and Fatin Nur Amira. So now I'll be presenting for the taxonomy of Axolotl. Axolotl's scientific name is Embystoma mexicanum. Embystoma mexicanum literally means Mexican embystoma due to its origin and native to Mexico. It also has its own taxonomic code, which is 8296, referring to axolotl species in the NCBI taxonomy database. Axolotl, known for its common name, has its own history behind its name. L is meant to be water in ancient Aztec word. Thus, axolotl frequently translated as water dog. Fun fact, axolotl was connected to dogs. Now, moving on to the hierarchy of classification. First, kingdom. Animalia is the kingdom for axolotl. Its phylum is under Chordata because axolotl have the distinctive features of the presence of notochord, which is a flexible root structure, and dorsal nerve cord, which is a part of the nervous system. The class of axolotl is amphibian, and the order is Urodela. Its family, Embystomatidae, known for its evolutionary and morphological characteristics, that is their flattened head, prominent external gills, and relatively long tail. These features distinguish them from the other salamanders family. Axolotl's genus is Embystoma, and its species is Embystoma mexicanum. For axolotl's domain, it is eukaryotic due to the presence of nucleus and membrane-bound organelles in its cells. Axolotl consists of complex cell structure and a linear DNA, which undergo mitosis and meiosis during cell division.
Next, I will give a further explanation about axolotl's habitat. Axolotls are members of the tiger salamander, or its scientific name Embystoma chicrinum. Is a species complex that, along with all other Mexican species of Embystoma, Axolotl's habitat is like that one of most Newtonian species, which is a high-altitude body of water surrounded by a risky terrestrial environment. So, where do axolotl live? First, axolotl native only to the freshwater of Lake Xochimilco and Lake Chalco in the Valley of New Mexico. First, Lake Xochimilco. This lake remains a remnant of its former self, existing mainly as canals. Water temperature for Xochimilco Lake is rarely rises above 20 degrees Celsius. It may fall to 6 until 7 degrees Celsius in the winter and perhaps lower. From surveys in 1998, 2003, and 2008 found 6,001,100 axolotls per square kilometer in this lake. A 4-month-long search in 2013, however, turned out there are no surviving individuals in the wild. 2 months later, only 2 white ones were spotted in the network of canals leading from Xochimilco. The second habitat for axolotl is Lake Chalco. Lake Chalco is no longer exists, impact of crane as a flood control measure. Due to human enrichment, Lake Chalco is critically endangered. Pollution, habitat disruption, and diversion of water for human use is one of the factors that cause the axolotl population to dwindle in size and population. There are currently only somewhere between 700 and 1,200 axolotls in the wild. The wild population has been put under heavy pressure by the growth of Mexico City. The axolotl is currently on the International Union for Conservation of Nature's annual red list of threatened species.
Next is the characteristics of axolotl. Axolotl have general and unique characteristics. Since axolotl is categorized as amphibians, so it has some characteristics that same with amphibians. First is axolotl can live both in land also water. Basically, they return to water to reproduce. Secondly, fertilization of amphibians usually occur externally, but not for axolotl. Axolotl is internal fertilization, where the female collect the eggs from male and into the female cloaca. Third is respiration. Axolotl use lungs and moist skin to breathe and also gas exchange. Last but not least, axolotls have cylindrical bodies, short legs, a relatively long tail, and feathery external gills. They have 4 toes on the front feet, 5 toes on the back feet, and also movable eyelids. Okay, now is unique characteristics of axolotls. The first one is axolotl can regenerate part of their body such as limbs, eyes, and even part of their brains when injured or avoiding predators. Second is axolotls are neotenic, meaning they keep many of the characteristics from their young form into their adult stage. Axolotls have both gills and lungs, though they remain in the water most of their life. They also retain juvenile traits, like a tail and body fin, that other salamanders lose in adulthood. And the last is axolotls are surprisingly intelligent because axolotls have shown to be able to recognize shapes and other animals from a distance despite their poor eyesight, and can learn to recognize their owners as well as when it is feeding time.
Axolotl life cycle. This is egg laying. This stage shows a cluster of eggs attached to aquatic plants. After internal fertilization between two axolotl, the female axolotl lays eggs in a safe environment, usually attaching them to plants or other submerged objects. The eggs are encased in a gelatinous substance that provides protection and help them adhere to the substrate. The duration, the eggs take about 10 to 14 days to develop depending on environment conditions like water temperature. Second is embryonic development. This image shows the developing embryo inside the eggs. During this stage, the embryos grows and develop between the protective gelatinous coating. You can see the formation of head, tail, and other body parts as they are prepared for hatching. The external gills and rudimentary fins start to form as their embryos near the end of the egg stage. Key features. The embryos are visible as small curved organisms between each egg. The third step is hatching. The image depicts the newly hatched larvae emerge from the eggs. When development is complete, the larvae breaks free from the egg casing. At this stage, they are fully aquatic, possessing external gills for breathing, a tail fin for swimming, and small undeveloped lip. They are very small and rely on consuming microscopic prey. The larvae are typically quite mobile and start feeding on tiny aquatic organisms immediately after hatching. Fourth step is larva stage. The stage shows the larvae as they grow and develop into juvenile axolotl. The larvae continue to grow and their limbs become more defined. They retain their external gills and fin tail, which are characteristic of their larval form. During this period, they gradually start feeding on larger prey and become more robust. Neoteny. Axolotls exhibit neoteny, meaning they retain this larval characteristic through their life, even as they reach sexual maturity. Last but not least, adult stage. The image depicts the adult axolotl still retaining larval feature. Axolotls reach sexual maturity while maintaining their larval state traits, such as external gill and fin tail. They do not undergo a complete metamorphosis to terrestrial form under normal conditions. As adults, they are capable of reproduction and continue to live in their aquatic environment. Besides, adults typically grow larger and develop more distinct coloration and pattern. Now moving on to the next point, the importance of axolotl to ecosystem and economy. As we noticed, they are at the peak of endangered due to a lot of factors. Here are the importance of axolotl to the ecosystem. They are needed in constructing community dynamics as they are the top predator in their environment. Axolotl aids in population control of organisms such as mollusks, arthropods, crustaceans, insect larvae, and fish. On the other hand, it is also may be preyed on by large fish and predatory birds like herons. Second aspect is in economy. Axolotl generally are important for circulation of economy in terms of education, food industry, and also medical purposes. Researchers use axolotl as their subject to study in their research findings. They are useful in studies of the regulation of gene expression, embryology, neurobiology, and regeneration. Next is food industry. People occasionally eat axolotl with a variety kind of dishes and preparation method, either roasting or boiling them. Like other fish, axolotl also being addressed as a fish where people casually take it as a food. Lastly, axolotl also important in medical field. They have been used for health care purposes, beneficial as source of medicine. It has the ability to regenerate lost or damaged tissue. This can be proven as studies have shown that axolotl can heal the wound in humans because they share homologous structure with humans. In conclusion, we as a human need to take a precaution step in order to protect the species from becoming endangered species.